Hello everyone, I am Xiaotang. Today, let's talk about the containers used for making fermented vegetables. Did you know? There are several types of containers we can choose from for fermentation, and each one has its own characteristics. So how do we choose the right container? Today, I will guide you through the features of these containers to help you make the wisest choice. You will find that the differences in these containers not only affect the flavor after fermentation, but also transform your experience in the kitchen. Master Ajao will join me to take a look. The first one to be introduced is this fermentation bottle with a gas release valve, which is a great helper for fermentation beginners. Why do I say that? Because it has a built-in breathing function, and it is also known as a breathable kimchi jar. The gas release valve on top allows carbon dioxide to escape smoothly, while preventing outside air from entering and interfering with the fermentation process. Basically, once you set it aside after preparation, you don't have to worry about it anymore. The operation is very simple, and it also reduces the likelihood of fermentation failure. This bottle is especially suitable for beginners or friends with limited time. Once you use it, you'll realize how worry-free it is. Next, I would like to introduce this type of container, the traditional vintage kimchi jar, which is a vessel that uses a water seal for fermentation. Our ancestors had already thought of using water to isolate air, while allowing gases inside the jar to escape through the water seal. Due to its semi-permeable material and light-blocking properties, it creates an environment suitable for various microbial activities, resulting in the production of rich organic acids and lipids. This enhances the flavor of the fermented vegetables, making it more intense and layered. If you are someone who seeks that complex traditional flavor, you should definitely choose a vintage kimchi jar. You can't go wrong with that. You need to regularly check if there is water in the water seal. However, for friends who enjoy pursuing fermented flavors, this is definitely the secret weapon for flavorful fermentation. As for the third type of fermentation container, it is this vacuum sealable container. It can create an anaerobic environment during the initial fermentation stage to reduce the interference of oxygen in the fermentation process. Although carbon dioxide is produced, during fermentation, some vacuum devices with gas release valves can automatically expel carbon dioxide while maintaining a low oxygen state, making the fermentation process more efficient and faster. However, my fermentation lid is of this type. This vacuum lid made of tin plate is not suitable because you will find that after fermenting for a while, the acidic substances will react with the metal. As a result, the bag will rust, and there will always be a metallic taste. Therefore, if you choose this type of vacuum bottle, be sure not to select a lid made of tin plate. Instead, opt for glass containers or non-toxic plastic, which are better options. So, the common feature of these fermentation containers you see is that they allow the gases produced during fermentation to escape from the jar while preventing outside air from entering, which is the key to successful fermentation. Now the question arises, when is it more appropriate to use which type of container? I have a few suggestions for you. Here are a few suggestions. If you are a beginner or don't have time to monitor it every day, I recommend starting with this device that has an air valve because it is really simple and worry-free. This air valve has a lid on top so the liquid inside is not easily evaporated. Basically, once you have made it, you can set this jar of pickled vegetables aside and not worry about it. So if you are interested in traditional fermentation and want to make pickled vegetables with a rich flavor, you might as well try using a traditional pickling jar. The pickled vegetables made in this jar have a different taste. They are indeed more complex. However, you must remember to add water to the water tank during the process. If you are efficiency-oriented and want to enjoy your homemade fermented vegetables more quickly, you can choose a vacuum jar, as the nearly anaerobic environment can accelerate the reproduction of probiotics, allowing you to enjoy your pickled vegetables sooner. However, such a vacuum jar requires a vacuum pump to use, which will increase the overall cost. However, no matter which type of container you choose to start making pickled vegetables, it is the most important factor. This is because the sourness or aroma produced through fermentation is different from that of those pickled with vinegar. It has that very natural fermented sourness, so I suggest you definitely try making your own pickled vegetables. You don't need to worry too much, just choose a container that you find convenient or anyone you have at home and start experimenting. The most important thing is to get started, because fermented vegetables are not only healthy but also delicious. More importantly, they contain probiotics. Probiotics are all cultivated by you? Well, if you are interested in fermenting vegetables, you can check out the videos I posted earlier. Alternatively, you can visit my homepage where there are more videos about fermented foods. If you found today's video helpful, remember to like and follow. Alright, that's it for this video. I am Tao Xiaoxian, sharing a healthy lifestyle, and I'll see you next time. Bye!